We're on a date today and we're going to the Citizens Amendment Bill protest. And as you can see, the police are already getting ready here.
We are going to a protest against a law which is based on religious discrimination.
But wait, India is meant to be a secular country.
We are a secular country, that's why we're going to the protest.
Karl Rock. So I usually don't talk about these types of things on my channel. Karl Rock is a...
My name is Karl Rock, and the government of India has stopped me from returning to India, separating me from my wife and my family.
I guess you could say he's an India travel YouTuber. He's not China related per se, but it's still kind of along the same lines of, you know, travel relation and things like that. I want to start by saying that Karl Rock has an Indian wife, so he is married to an Indian woman. He does speak the language, of course, and has spent quite a bit of time in the country of India. And I felt that it would be fair to make this video to show that you know, everyone always thinks that people are down on China for you know, complaining about China for everything, but it's not just China. You know, there's a lot of other countries where foreigners do things too, and there's issues, and then perhaps other countries' laws don't necessarily you know, agree or 100% the same as in the Western world. So Karl Rock comes out on his video and he says that he has been blacklisted. So he left, and of course he's a New Zealander, I'll add that in there. And he has been blacklisted from India. So he left India and hasn't been able to return for, you know, perhaps a year. And he says that he doesn't know why, that they've contacted the government, they've done everything that they can, and they cannot find out why he is blacklisted.
Now here's what happened. So I left India in October 2020 to go traveling in Dubai and in Pakistan. When I left through the New Delhi International Airport, they cancelled my visa. They would not tell me why they were cancelling my visa. So when I got back to Dubai, I applied for a new visa, and quite surprisingly, they called me into the Indian High Commission in Dubai, and they told me in person that, Karl, you've been blacklisted and we can't issue you a visa to go home.
And, you know, I'm going to talk about this in a second, but 99.99999% of the time, when something like this happens and the foreign person says that they're unsure why, it's complete bullshit. They know why, right?
To India. So since then, Manisha and I have been running around trying to sort this out with the government, trying to get them to talk to us about what happened, why it happened, how we can fix this. We've written multiple emails to the Home Ministry. No reply, no reply. My wife turned up at the Home Ministry's doorstep in Delhi. No help, just ignored. I've written to His Excellency, the Indian High Commissioner here in Wellington. Totally ignored. Even when I turned up at the High Commission in Wellington asking for help, nothing happened. I sent a follow-up mail saying, please help.
And, you know, it's that same situation in China. And again, 99.9999%, when the foreigner gets kicked out of China, they know why, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing for all countries, right? All foreign countries. They don't just kick foreigners out without reason, right? So it's actually come to light that he was doing business illegally in the country of India. And he says, you know, hey, I don't know why I was kicked out. But actually the authorities in India have released the information that he was blacklisted due to the fact that he was conducting business illegally. Basically, he didn't have a business visa. And, you know, this is the same type of thing that I've heard a lot of people in China, that people used to do in China, is they used to teach English on a business visa. But, you know, a business visa is not there for you to be an employee. A business visa is for you to, well, conduct business, right? And from my understanding, Karl Rock here has conducted business in India without a business visa, probably some kind of tourist visa or a spousal visa. most likely a spousal visa, I'm going to assume. And you know, many times the countries on a spousal visa, you're not allowed to work, you're not allowed to conduct business. And even though that seems unfair, that's the way it is many times. Not every country, necessarily like America, allows you to get married, bring your wife to the country, and her to just work right away. You know, him or her. And the same is you know, true for like China. You can't just get married and then, you know, start working and things like that. The other thing is that Karl Rock was shown to be in some illegal protests. And again, this is something that I disagree with. I think people should be allowed to protest, of course. But again, he is a foreigner of India, right? For a foreigner to protest in a country is a thin line, I guess you could say there. I don't know how I would feel about you know, Chinese people per se coming to America and protesting against democracy if you know, they're just tourists, right? So it's very understandable why India would have laws that would be banning foreigners from protesting in their country. Of course, right? Makes perfect sense. And of course, Karl Rock has you know, taken down that video, right? And that is my thing. People do that to me too. They're like, you took down your video. No, I have not taken down any videos. I don't take down videos. If I put up a video, I mean it. And that's not to say that my opinion doesn't change, you know, on some of my old videos. But when I put up a video, it stays up. And that's the thing. Like, if I always tell people, YouTubers, if you don't mean something, or if you're not willing to take that heat, don't put up the video. And because same situation for China as it is for India, there are videos that you could put up in China that could get you in a lot of trouble, and apparently it's the same in India, right? And that comes to my last point, and that is that a lot of foreigners feel entitled. They forget that, you know, you're a foreigner to that country, and then they move there and they forget that, right? They forget that the laws are different, that you are a guest, right? And if you really don't like a country, you really have issues with it, and you really dislike something, it is not really your place to protest, right? And it's the same thing for me in China, and part of the reason that I left China was because I realized that a lot of the things I disagreed with would not change just because I wanted them to change, and I was not in any position to change them, right? And so complaining about them would only get me in trouble, right? It wouldn't make a change. And so I'm always telling these foreigners, and especially these shills that live in China now, stop being so entitled. You're not entitled. You're a foreigner. You're a guest in that country. You have no say over the laws or regulations, and you don't deserve that. You were not born there. You are not contributing as nearly as much as you would like to think that you are, and you know, that's just the way that it is. So I figured I would touch on that subject because it's kind of a subject that comes up in China for foreigners, foreigners getting blacklisted, kicked out, banned, whatever, right? And I just wanted to give my opinion on the Karl Rock situation being blacklisted. I'm sorry, there's no remorse there. I don't feel bad. If you were breaking the laws in India and they blacklisted you, well, you got what you deserved. Points blank, period. Thank you for watching this 5 minutes of Prime, which is now 7 minutes long. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.